Alright guys, Supreme Kami here, and today I am actually going to be doing a late review, or I could say more or less my experience using Umi. So by the time you guys are watching this, since I am doing like a really late review on her, she should only have 7 days or so left in terms of her banner gone. I think a lot of people right now are gearing up towards Spamir. She should be releasing in the next few hours by the time this video is out. But in terms of Umi, how good is she from my experience using her, and like should you guys even go for her? I know that maybe people are kind of saving up to see like, oh, like maybe I want to pull a late because I'm trying to save up for red nucleus or dark crystal whatsoever. So I'm just gonna give pretty much my experience, like my negatives about her, and then just her positive, so you guys can kind of make your own judgment to summon her or not. So I think starting off with her negative may be the best possible way to go about this, because her negative isn't really all that much anyway. So I think I can quickly get that out of the way and then kind of focus on her actual positive, which I think her positive actually does kind of outshine a lot more than her negative. So let's kind of get started. So if you guys are using Umi, when you guys have her weapon equipped, you guys will notice that down below there is a kind of like a bar. It looks like the whip. So that is pretty much the gauge you have to fill up before you are able to use Umi's skill. The thing is, when you hop into battle, like the instant you hop, like you start the fight with an enemy or whatnot, you do gain that gauge. So it's called the warm-up points. So you gain that, but if you have been engaging in a battle and then you have depleted that bar, you have to charge up. The problem with Umi is charging up for that warm-up point to 1 to 100 takes so long. Like I even did like a comparison using a standard physical weapon that is going to be Shiro versus a limited character, Lyra. So I would definitely say that Lyra definitely makes your life more easier because you can just punch infinitely until your gauge run out to get that gauge fill out, which is a lot more faster. I think I want to say is roughly about, closing into twice as fast, or I think it's either twice as fast or I think just like 50% faster compared to just spamming with Shiro. So that's the problem. If you want to use your skill, sorry, if you don't have your gauge fill up, you're not going to be able to use her. So I think that's definitely like the only flaw about her. It's just that the gauge takes so long to use. But in terms of the positive, I think there are definitely a huge amount. Just popping the skill, the magic time, you're able to do a lot of things with her. So she comes with pretty much like 3 different playing styles, so you guys can see that she does have 2 different sets of cards. She have the hard card, which is red, and then she have the space that is black. So by default, when you guys do activate her skill, it's pretty much going to be default to space. So to space is going to be like your actual damage dealing one. So that's like your main DPS. So if you want to be doing main DPS at all time, do stay into two space. That's going to be the best possible way. Let's say if you are low on health, you want to be healing, and then you want to tap your skills, and then because that during the duration you are able to switch in between what kind of card combo you want. So if you want to be healing, go for the double red, or that's going to be the hard. You will be able to heal a pretty good amount, but not to the point where you are like, let's say 100% self-sufficient in terms of not dying. You will still die here and there, but I think just having that self-sufficiency by a little bit definitely make this character really good for free to play, or in general just low budget player. That's gonna be really good. She also does give you a 20 seconds kind of like a, what is it, she pretty much give you like a hybrid body for like 20 seconds after her skill set, because you still have the cooldown and all that. So it's 20 seconds of that. And then additionally, so after you completely, so if you add the magic time, normally you deal an additional 1000% damage to a nearby target. That is busted. So yeah, I think she is actually a damage maniac, but it's just like you have to get past her bar. So that's where we're gonna lead into her 1 star. So I think having her 1 star is definitely a 1000% a must have, just because you are gonna be able to gain that 30 points warm up, which is hugely important because you can. There's gonna be when you guys see that bar below, you guys will see that there is like a cutoff point. So by that cutoff point, you know that you are about to enter the 70% territory. So you can instantly hop into Umi and then go right ahead and just kind of use her, start using a skill. So, but I think overall, besides just that, I think another factor I forgot to kind of mention as like a negative, is her. I think her composition overall. This kind of, I would say using Lin is kind of hard at times in a way, just because how she want to be playing with, let's say if you're using Lara and then Umi, there's gonna be times when the Moonlight Realm field is not really proctored in between, so it's kind of hard. Like you're pretty much losing DPS if you're not having that Moonlight Realm active, which I think is kind of unfortunate just because how it's kind of designed. So you do kind of have to play around just a little bit, like maybe switching back and forth. Like when I use her, I don't even immediately drop two fields. I drop one, and then I kind of go into Umi, and then after her whole magic charm is over, I swap into Lara to do her discharge, and then go right back into Lynch drop it. That's like confused. So that's it's kind of like that rinse and repeat and all that. But at times I do feel like, man, I just wish I have like a another character to fulfill that slot. But overall, I do feel that Umi is a very low budget investment character. She's able to pretty much self sustain overall. It's just that you do have to get past her her warm up points bar, and you be set. She does a lot of damage. That's pretty good, right? So this character, you just need 1 star and you're pretty much set. 3-star investment is pretty much you want Umi to be like a support. Then you want to go for a 3-star, but other than that, 1 star is pretty good, and then the remaining one, 5-star, 6-star, they are pretty much just jacking up the damage, so it's not really needed. If you're like a free-to-play player, but definitely 1 star is the minimum you will need. But other than that, I think that's pretty much what I do have to say. You guys can definitely let me know your thoughts about her, and yeah. But with that said, I'll be catching you guys all on the next one.